now he's in the front. Diarrhea of the mouth, plus he pissy drunk. He captures the audience with every word he shouts. He wants to know all the things that I'm mad about.
Yo, he's innocent, but red and blue is in his rear view.
Alright, next question, Punch. Seems like that one seemed to confuse all you young children in these new educations.
Okay.
What is the purpose of school? Let's see if you guys can answer that one. Alright, that man is brave, he's brave, let's hear.
To make you smart.
Oh, no, pick one. To make me smart or give me a future? Not make me smart.
Yeah, and then
Choose one.
yeah,
Sort of
but it falls
implied.
under that.
What falls under?
Because if you have a good future, you're obviously smart.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, no, leave it, he's young. Okay, let's try him, David.
My mother told me she's sending me to school to let me get a good education so I can move forward in life.
To get a good education.
Yeah, good education.
To move forward.
Yes.
in
With
life.
what education, where can you go? Without education.
Okay, I hear you. Alright, let's try the poem.
Like, I think going to school is mainly to learn something. It doesn't matter, it could be in class or outside of class, but at least gain some knowledge and then be able to apply it in life.
But can I not then do this at home?
Not really.
Go better the TV?
No.
Crash.
Study.
I think schools to prepare us for the rest of our lives. In whatever, like, subject choice, for example, we think a guy who wants to be maybe a vet or something. Obviously, he's got to take bioscience. He's going to need those things. Those subjects prepare him for what he wants to do in his life. Prepares him to have the mindset, bio's got so much work, I can't study even the week before, I study a month.
But I haven't used Pythagoras since high school.
That's just one part of it. You can't say out of your whole schooling life of learning maths in school, Pythagoras is the one thing that didn't affect your life, therefore maths was used.
But I never calculated.
But you learned how to use it. But did you learn how to use it?
You need to
Yes.
Like as a black child especially, with your parents and grandparents and all. Education.
Yeah.
They want to be a tributary that they didn't get it right.
Okay, Lisa, then you, okay.
Okay. Honestly, I feel that yes, taking into account what Tabo did say, that yes, we go to school to get an education to prepare us for the world at large. But I also feel that essentially we go to school, but the main thing that we do learn is how to interact with others and how we are going to perceive others. Because let's face it, most of the things that I have learned throughout my life about my values, about where I stand just as a person, I've learned from my interactions that I get from school.
But I could have learned that at you.
No, actually, because the whole thing about your project even, it's okay, yes, it does impact some of the people at youth, but not all. And most of the things that you're ticked off about are about people at your school.
Okay, now.
I'm answering, I think I'm answering. I think in a sense for black people, it would be like you watch local soapies, bioscopes, and in most cases, black people are always perceived as the ones who are in poverty. You never see a black child sitting like So in a way, it depends. Like we don't want, like our parents, our grandparents don't want us to end up like that. But it's also kind of a responsibility.
But my mother she has personally told me she wrote her matric finals. She didn't study for them, just went in. Oh, what are we writing this morning? Wrote. She has her PhD in psychology. She's doing well. She's driving the car. She has the car. She's doing her own thing. But she didn't take education seriously to the point where she's making me take it. So what exactly?
I guess it's also kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because of
I
her
hope they
experience.
understand this
Like,
is on video.
some parents might not have had the educational experience that they wanted, and then they're like, I need my child to study so that my child can be up there, so that, like, do you get what I'm saying?
I get you, but for me, it's like people have survived. They have survived. They have made something out of themselves without it. So why are we as teens pressured so much when it comes to it? Why is it coming to a point where it's just like, I cannot go home with this mark. I will not see you guys tomorrow. Why is it singing like that? Even if there's generations back, people were okay without it. They survived. You can go ask a whole bunch of people. They didn't always pick the subjects they thought they were going to pick to become what they are right now. But they survived. They're making it. They're doing it. So why can't we?
Not a lot of people have survived. Like NST, she told us that she taught at Allen Glen like years back now. One of her students now, I don't know what the word is, but he's an ear dancer. The other one is begging on the street. Like, it's not a lot of people have survived. It's the thing is, we see the people who have survived, but we don't go out there. Like, I don't know, maybe.
Don't you also think it's about choice?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think the guy who went to go be an ear surgeon wanted and craved that education and to be to that certain state at his life more than the other person would?
Clearly, we want to say education is important. Why then? There by people at 9 a.m. There's green people walking around. There's blue people walking around. And when you go there by Westgate, there is like funny green people going around. Slides, yeah?
I think they don't care. Not in school, they don't care. They don't want to be in school, so why are you forcing them to them?
I'll shoot you, this thing is not important.
It's not important to them. Right now, where they are at that time, they don't care about school.
Why not though?
They haven't realized the importance of school. Everything is handled on a silver platter.
Silver platter, that's what it is.
She's talking about talent, no, like if you're good at stuff, you don't see the need for going to school and actually working hard to get
So if they walk to school, it would show they
still getting money for lunch.
They
still getting, they know when they get back home, there's food for them, everything, clothes, whenever they come. That's why they don't care. They don't feel the need of actually going to school or making something better of themselves. Because they know, my man, daddy's there. I'm going to get it from me.
Okay, Anna?
Okay, like, I don't take this wrong, I'm not challenging anything. It's just, as you were speaking, I had this moment of confusion. Because, like, as we sit here, let's face it, most of us either go to private schools, I know I do. And
okay.
So yes, and even as I go to my own private school, yes, there are some people that don't work that hard. But then the fact is that at the end of that day, those people are going to be aren't going to be seen running the streets at unknown hours. But they're going to be pulling their own weight. But then the thing is that you say that the people that are like Lord knows where at Lord knows what hours get life easy. But then here we sit, being in a private school, which would be considered being privileged. But then we pull our weight. But then they go to what would be classified as a government school, and they don't. So like,
What I think you are trying to say,
Private
you
schools
are
is
children who have more reason to not take life serious because you have
Yes.
everything.
yes,
But you are taking school serious.
yes.
So therefore, to say those are not taking school serious because they have everything on a silver platter might not be true. This is what she's saying. What do you say?
You see now he's talking
But I'd say the thing is, again, another factor would be that, you know, when you're from a background where nobody's working, nobody's gone to varsity or have any qualification of whatsoever. Therefore, you see, which, you know what, these people are actually hustling for themselves. What's the use of me going to school if I see that these other people are hustling? Why should I now go to varsity? And then another thing is that you do get people who have degrees, but they don't have jobs. So what's the use of me actually wasting money and going to school, knowing very well that I might not get a job? Instead, I'd be like, I see chilling at whatever time, walking around at Bitcoin at 9 o'clock. Knowing very well that I don't care.
We hear people's opinions. You're not all gossip. Let's hear from people who. Okay, David. You live here in Waterford. I ask you what's the most dangerous school you know. What would you say?
What I hear, I think Westridge would be the worst.
Okay, Westridge good. Next, what did you say?
I don't live here.
You don't live here.
Yes, so I don't know
Next.
I'm guessing Westridge.
You are next.
Westridge.
You used to be in Westridge. So is it true?
No.
Where did you get this from?
It's not a dangerous school, Westridge. The rumors we are coming.
All right, next. Next.
Westridge.
Next.
I live in this area, and I'd have to say Marathon. You know why? When the area, no, like the school environment. Okay. First of all, like you, like say with Westridge. Also went to Westridge. He's like, I've been to the school, guys. It's not that dangerous because one.
Because he's Indian and he knows kung fu.
No, not only that, but like also the school knows that in this area the people have this mentality. So we're gonna protect the people that go to the school. One. That's why most of them they can't have most of the things that they would be able to take in at Marathon. And also just the mentality of the people. Because most of the people at Marathon are just like, oh no, the world's perfect, oh no, this and the other. But like other people like that would go to Westridge know exactly what the world is about and what they're gonna get into.
That's nothing dangerous.
Honestly, I find the basic common sense or ignorance that the people at Marathon would have would be dangerous to everybody around them.
Okay.
And to themselves.
Okay. Oh, you want to change? Okay. What?
Town view.
Town view.
But it's
Oh, hey, that's Kruger's. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, no more.
No, it's fine.
When your turn comes, simply.
Yeah.
It's your turn, man.
Yeah, Westridge.
Okay, next.
Princess
Your turn will come. Your turn will come. Okay, Ish, fine.
It's not Westridge. Eagle House.
Alright, next. Next. Yeah, but where you live, describe the most dangerous school you know. What happens there? Okay, what's bad about this school? What's so dangerous about it?
What school is it?
Keep thinking. Alright, so sorry. Apparently I skipped you.
In terms of the environment of the school, I would have to say the south.
The South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. The guy, like the school, obviously it's small. So you're either with the group or you're against it. Because it's like one class per grade. So if people in the grade don't like you, you're isolated. Plus, they've got the mentality that if they don't like a certain teacher because of Inging or Mama, then they like classes in the South have literally made teachers leave the school because of what they do in the class. Teachers cry at that school because of what the kids do. The mentality at that school is messing up. It's a dangerous school. Plus, last time I knew, because I left 2 years ago from the South, but when I was leaving, they were constantly swapping teachers. I had 3 English teachers in 2 terms. 3 different English teachers, and then the 4th one came. There was a student teacher. I don't even know how he still has the job there. Like, other than the fact that kids are getting confused because of the constant change in teachers, because they've got to readapt to this guy's style, because that science teacher teaches more physics than chemistry, so they don't know what's going down in chemistry. The mentality of the kids there is dangerous, because the kids form their own pack, and they'll gang up against the teachers even if they know what their friend did was wrong, you know? So, LaSalle is dangerous in that sense. Comparing LaSalle to other schools in the sense that kids walk around in gangs outside the school, whatever, I don't know what would be more dangerous then, but inside LaSalle, I would say that's pretty dangerous.
I don't think it's LaSalle alone, right?
Well,
I think also.
whoa!
She talks too much. Hold yourself. In your area, come. Just describe. Alright, next. Pocky. Why?
I know that Abantwana Labo, they gangsters.
Next.
The way I live, it has to be Mondo High.
Yes, for sure.
Mondio. Yeah. Mondio. Next. Roosevelt.
You go to Roosevelt? No, not school.
What's going on there? What's happening? No wonder I knew it. Okay, okay, tell us why are you saying it's the dangerous one in your area?
Firstly, you've got learners beating up teachers, like it happens regularly in a year, and the mentality of the students, it's very negative. It's like gangster mentality, and you've got students selling drugs within the school, and the teachers are very much aware of it. Like during break time, you'd have them, walking down the corridors and marketing themselves, and yeah.
At least they're using business management. They're applying their knowledge, GTA up in this place. No, I'm sorry.
Let's just hope they get high marks.
Alright, cool. That's cool. Next.
I'd say my own school because I ain't never been to another school, so I can't tell.
Yeah, I also say
wow.
So what's so horrible about Ellen Glen?
No, but like you asked what's the worst. I haven't been to another school, so I can't judge what their circumstances are. So I'd have to say my own.
Okay. But do you have any other reason other than that deep one?
No.
Yeah?
Drugs.
Alright. Because there's a lot of rich kids who didn't make it to private school. No, no, it's serious thing. It's nice. I wrote it. Huh? Yeah, that's I agree.
It's what?
It can consume. It's very true. All right, next.
I agree with her, so I'll say Trinity House.
You just got there. You don't need something.
No, yeah, I've just got this, but I've never been to like another school, so I can't say.
How can you say you've never been to another school?
Okay, no, like I can't say, and because yes, let's put it like this. Now, if I say King School, they're gonna jump up. Hey!
But it's your opinion.
Yay!
It's
just undercover.
All right, next. Next.
Well, to what I've heard,
Right, good. Next. In your area.
My area. Not big.
Why?
That place is so sketchy. They even containers that don't even fit students. Like it's apparently there's a story behind that. They were supposed to get a proper high school, like building it's a government school, so they were supposed to build last year. They didn't it. And now they just teach in very poor conditions. Teachers don't actually want to stay there because they've been promised a school, so it's a bad infrastructure.
Are there dangerous schools in Canada?
In Canada?
There's drugs, but no dangerous schools.
Yeah.
Drugs, no dangerous schools. You won't get stabbed. You won't get stabbed. You won't get stabbed. No one will stab you. They'll... No. Yeah, there's drugs, but no one will kill you for drugs.
Everybody has drugs.
Guys, listen. Drugs are cheap. No one will stab you for drugs. Guys. Listen.
Alright, let's move on to slides before it gets awkward. Okay, parties, cool.
I'd say these schools are equally
Bad.
yes. Westridge, Princess, Parkies.
Yeah, next.
Before we start, I'd like to clarify something. My school is not dangerous. It's corrupt. It's just corrupt. Like, you would never find a student slapping another student. It's just corruption. Whereas we have other schools where people are actually getting slapped. That is why I say Westridge.
Second that now. Alright, next.
Well, I'd say Tutopini. That's very dangerous. I don't know if you know it. And with Town View, I agree.
Something she was going to say, oh hell.
Alright, Lumiso, from what you've heard since you lived this side now.
I'll say Town View.
Is it?
A lot of conflicts that I had to resolve. People were inviting and they just come in and ask for assistance. Then I'll say Town View.
Alright, next person. Okay. So actually, what's so bad about people? I mean, that name is so nice. No.
It's a very, very nice. But then again, with that, we did that. It's based in Extension 14. I don't know it. But what happens there is that kids come with knives. They go and then they stab each other. They fight with teachers. There's a lot of what you call? No, I won't say there is corruption. That's why there are knives spraying around. Like there's just a lot of things happening